Perfect. All right. Welcome back to Loud Mouse Podcast. It's the shortest episode you're probably ever gonna fucking see in your goddamn life of a podcast. I'm your host, Miles Parks, aka Brandon. I'm here with Diesel. And quite
Family time.
yeah. And so welcome, aliens, guys. What do you think about aliens?
Aliens are crazy, dude. I've been browsing a subreddit called HFY for a while, like just in the last few days a lot, but stands for Humanity Fuck Yeah, and it's a bunch of stories about aliens' interactions with humans and what makes us different from like the evolution of species on other planets. Like I know I've gone on about this, but I didn't realize there's like a whole subreddit dedicated to
Wait, the
concept.
evolution of species on other planets? How the what?
So it's like how humans evolved to be the dominant species on their planet. It's like how all our quirks would be super weird, or like how they could be seen as super weird to other species who aren't familiar or don't have any concept of the things we do.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So like,
I mean, like,
we
that's
talked about those writing prompts and shit, like, but like this is like a full subreddit, like with full of stories just based around ideas similar to that.
Well, because like, if a crab was like sentient, they'd be like, "What the fuck is that thing?"
No, but
like they'd be like, "What the fuck is it doing?"
But no, like take it up a notch in like no common ancestry. Like you evolved in like completely like isolated environments from each other. A crab and us, we still have like shit like that connects us like way back ago. Like so, take it.
What would be weird though is if there was a life form that wasn't carbon based.
That would be strange.
So like that would make things really fucking like what would be a supplement for carbon for life forms?
I feel like we don't have any concept of what it could be because a carbon-based life form, it probably doesn't even work off of DNA.
That's all of life is carbon-based, or at least as far as we're aware.
As far as
we
we're
only
aware,
are
all
aware of
life
life on Earth. So anything like from other planets, like it breaks any conventions of anything we can think about.
Quite, what are you eating?
I'm eating a sandwich.
Man, that's nice. That's real nice. Anyway,
It's not
speaking
cold.
of aliens,
It's really cold.
I listened to a podcast that's not on YouTube. Joe Rogan had Bob Lazar on. Do you guys know who Bob Lazar is?
No, but he sounds like a G.
Okay, so Bob Lazar was like, he apparently, allegedly, worked in the Area 51 complex in like some place called S4, right? And he's the guy who was like, yeah, I saw like flying saucers and fucking anti-gravity propulsion fields and blah, 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 blah. And like, I don't know, it's kind of hard to take him seriously because it's so fucking out there, you know? Like,
Wait, did he sound sane when he talked about it?
I mean, yeah, he sounds 100% sane, but like, there are plenty of people who are like, I was probed in the butt by aliens, and it's like, they are very...
They don't sound sane.
He could just be fucking
obvious,
with us.
but they
He could just be
explain
fucking
it.
with us.
There's no way. He's made his entire career off of talking about this.
Hey man, if it pays, you might fuck around with people a lot. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, but like, see, like you would expect someone to say like that kind of stuff, like UFOs and anti-gravity rays, and like you'd expect that shit if someone was talking about Area 51. What I want to hear is the completely unexpected shit where you're like, oh yeah, there's also aliens that aren't carbon based, or like, you know, there's fucking like legitimate laser beams.
He worked on. He only got to see what he worked on. So he worked on like the propulsion technology because that's what he was a scientist for prior to that. And he had this like sphere about the size of a basketball, right? And I'm paraphrasing a lot here, but basically like it was kind of like a magnet that would push you away if you got near it. And when it was on, it would it would produce a gravitational like force. And the other like items that worked with the ship that they got this like power source from, you didn't have to connect it. It was like you just had to be near it.
What?
That's what he said.
Okay, my question is, if they have this technology, why haven't they been able to reverse engineer it yet?
Well, that's what he was there to do, I guess, or part of what he was doing.
Reverse engineering is a much faster process than building it from scratch. You just figure out what you need and you can start working on it.
I mean,
theoretically,
he was there to figure out how it works.
Unless it's crazy tech.
It's like crazy tech.
I mean,
it's like it might not even be crazy advanced. It could just be like crazy different in that like it's based off of something we can't even conceive. Like I've talked about organic technology before, but that shit's like it could just be like something that's not even based off of something close to binary.
We've dabbled in organic technology before. We've dabbled in it. I guess that's true. I guess if it wasn't made by the same species, the laws of the technology would be significantly different. Like they would have built it up on different laws. Like if these aliens got a fucking iPhone, they'd be like, "What the fuck? How does this work?" because they wouldn't understand binary unless they already did it before. So maybe the first step is binary, then we move to something else, then we move to another thing, and then we take over the whole universe.
Sure.
I think that sounds
just
pretty
like
good.
that easy.
Yeah, just like that. Like as soon as organic stuff starts working, we have one more step and we can take over the universe.
He's not wrong.
Sounds
though.
good to me. What if? Do you think aliens have teleportation if they exist?
Maybe I feel like it's more likely that if they do interstellar travel, then it's probably fucking wormholes.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. But I mean, like, okay, so in theory, to have teleportation, what would have to happen is your atoms would have to be disassembled and then reassembled somewhere else. Obviously, the atoms that reassemble your body will not be the same as the ones that were deassembled to begin with. So every time you teleport, you technically be a different person. But
So you wouldn't
if
be conscious of your own self when you got reassembled on the other side. You would die. It would be a different version of you.
unless we figure out how to upload consciousness.
The problem with that though is like if we like Brandon said, you would have to upload consciousness, but the human body isn't just atoms. It's also like energy, like electricity, and all like nerves firing off. And memories are like very specific, like strands or like sequences of electricity. So you can't recreate atoms out of energy, you know.
Bro, the fucking first test subject for teleportation, they're gonna get fucked up.
They fucked around with that.
Like-
They fucked around with that a little bit, like where you can copy parts of an atom, like to be an exact replica onto another part, and then you have to combine it into a third atom at some other part. Because each so two atoms have like half the data you need to recreate one atom, and then you combine those in another place to get the information to create that single atom again. I saw this it was either a Vsauce video or something like that, but it was fucking weird as shit. And apparently, it would take like trillions of years to do the amount of atoms inside a human.
That sounds painful. Very painful. I mean, but okay, so if let's say aliens made it to Earth from a different solar system, right? Their tech would have to be pretty fucking good, or those motherfuckers waited a long ass time to get here. So let's assume their tech's good. Do you think they'd have teleportation?
Maybe.
I think they would.
I mean, what if the concept?
What?
What if the concept of decay and death is a purely human thing?
I mean, yeah, if they're not carbon based, it probably is a purely human thing.
Like, what if there's?
Have you guys seen the meme where it's like after the Area 51 raid, like Joe Rogan's talking to an alien and he's like, "Have you tried DMT?" He's like,
Dude,
from this planet?
human
He's like,
drugs
DMT
would be
on
so
other
fucking
planets?
sick if we got to see aliens. Dude, imagine it just doesn't do anything. It's like, this is a snack. What do you mean?
It would either fucking aliens are just munching on weed plants.
Can you imagine
yeah,
if they
it's
just
my
ate,
energy
if they just
source.
cocaine was their normal source of food and like eating a French fry would just get them off their ass?
Yeah, no, that's totally possible.
You never
Because,
know.
Like, I mean, like different species of animals, like every animal reacts to something differently. Like I don't know what kind of drugs would work like on certain animals. Like cats, for example, they can't have alcohol, neither can dogs. It's super deadly to them. But we can have pretty large amounts for extended periods of time.
"It's
It
also
pretty much
deadly
be
to
fine.
us, though." That's the thing.
I feel
Yeah,
like
but
it's
we
more
need
just
to drink
proportional. It's more or less
We need
just
to drink a
proportional.
lot more for it to kill us.
But it's mostly just proportional to size. It's like we have a similar reaction, just it takes more.
Yeah, but like a really small amount of alcohol could kill a cat. Like really small amount.
Cat, bitch ass cat,
Yeah, poor cat.
dying and shit.
But-
Fucking pussy.
No, but like that's totally true. Like different species of like aliens, they could have different like fuel sources. So like you could just see an alien chugging a bottle of whiskey, and that's like just their energy source. But if they have a cheeseburger, they die.
I'm just
like,
I'm just imagining an alien car fucking just chugging gas.
You
what if
need
they
a
drink
transformer.
gasoline?
That'd be fucking metal, dude. Literally metal, because they'd be a car.
What would like it would have to be something like really brutal to us if they were drinking like if they weren't carbon based. Like
Someone
what would they
timestamp
be
this. I need to
drinking?
blow my nose.
Leave it in. Leave it in. Leave it in.
He's been like munching on food the entire cast. I really don't think this is gonna have
This
superb
is gonna be
audio
like the
quality
most
anyway.
disgusting thing to listen to in your ears.
It's kind of the point.
Yeah, what if an alien instead of water drinks gasoline, and gasoline's like a natural resource on their planet, and they just like have cups of gasoline and they just smell it and they're like, I love gasoline, and like water is like, no, That's deadly.
It's like, I sure do love gasoline. Like, was it like Ben 10 where, like, chocolate was, like, really poisonous to aliens?
That totally came from dogs.
Yeah, but it's like, it was like,
Good
it
idea.
was the theming of, like, some episode in Ben 10.
I don't remember, but like Ben 10 was the shit.
It
Hey,
really
for
was,
real?
though.
I want an Omnitrix, guys. Where can I buy one? All right,
Fucking
I want
Elon
one.
Musk, get on that.
rearrange my molecules.
But imagine how much better life would be if we just had like fucking superpowers and shit. Like,
Actually,
day,
that sounds
Brandon.
like an awful idea, but okay.
I think about
if
it every day, Brandon.
like My Hero Academia, right? If every person had a quirk, it'd be equal.
Oh, did you finally watch
Okay,
it?
no, not all quirks are
Yes, I
created
did.
equal. What the
Yeah,
fuck?
not all quirks are created
Yeah, but I
equal.
want some good quirks, bro.
Like, it would bring the phrase, oh shit, she quirky though, to a whole new meaning.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, but no, I did watch My Hero
What
Academia.
quirk out of, like, the ones that are in the main show would you want? Like, which one do you think would be sick to have?
If I ignoring All Mights, because that's just like
That's
ridiculous.
It's just, I don't
Um,
know, it's just basic super strength. Like, not
I'd want
basic,
the
but
explosive hands.
Bakugo?
Of course you do.
Yeah, Deku.
I think, you know the
course you
chick
do.
that, like, can generate matter? I feel like
Yeah.
I feel like that one would be
Doesn't
sick.
she
or-
have to generate matter from like her own,
Like her
not like
ski-
from her own stuff, but stuff around?
She uses
her
her own energy.
she
Yeah,
needs to
and
like
she
eat a lot, but like that means I can eat
consistently
hella
uses her
food.
clothes.
That means I can eat. Well, I mean, it's a little less consequential for me because my whole body is my clothes. Also, my
The
skin.
quirks in My Hero Academia are actually like really balanced.
It depends. It really depends.
They are not
Well,
balanced
okay,
at all. You
they're
can
not
literally
balanced and-
breed
Listen,
better
they're not-
heroes.
It's
they're
like
not
fucking
balanced in
Pokemon breeding
terms
for
of-
competitive Pokemon.
they're not balanced in terms of every person has like a good quirk. I'm saying like they're balanced in terms of like this quirk costs something, and to use it you need to pay the price.
The only
Like,
the only
for
person
generating matter, you need to eat.
the only person doesn't really have that is Todoroki because he's like kind of double-sided quirk. Like one quirk, you just have to use the other one for a little bit before you can use the other one. But it's like literally they're both good, like just as good as each other.
Yeah, but if you get in a predicament where you need to use one and you have to use the other.
Just use
You
it,
know.
pussy. Come on, don't be a pussy. Come on. bro.
But like, you know, like with the explosive hands, it damages your arms.
Uh,
And like if you use too much, you will break your arm.
Yeah, that was like his whole thing. Why like part of his suit was like being able to store the nitroglycerin, so he could like shoot it in concentrated bursts more than he would be able to handle on his own, right?
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, cause like he can charge that up and he can pull a pin and have it all fire out and it won't damage him. But like to make an explosion that big with his hands, he'd blow apart his arms.
It's kind of
So
epic.
his
if you think
bones
about
need
it.
to be stronger.
Diesel-
So it's like I like how like they balance each quirk with like a trade-off.
Yeah, like
It's not
like,
just, like,
the
something
powers have a
completely
trade-off and
overpowered.
shit. Like your body has to be
Yeah.
able to handle the stress of what you're doing. Typically, is what it comes down to. Like the electroshock guy, like he will literally short out his brain for short amounts of time if he uses it too much.
Yeah, and it's like it's good because it's not just like this thing is this power and there's no
Yeah.
faults with it.
It's like the powers are creative, but it's also the way they use them has to be creative because of the drawbacks that they've implemented themselves. But Diesel, I wanted to ask you, stands or quirked, which is better?
Okay, so stands are like a
I watched
representation.
JoJo by the
of
way,
who
so I know what
you
you're
are.
talking about.
Oh, how
Okay.
far are you in?
I got past the stands part. I finished that.
What?
uh,
Wait,
They're all
section.
stands
They-
after
like
part
okay,
3.
no, like after part 2, it's all stands.
I know. I finished the whole part.
But
Part
like
3?
so
Yeah,
already what?
it wasn't that long.
It's 50 episodes, Brandon.
It's not 50. It's 40.
Oh my
That's
fucking
still
god!
a long, that's a
I
long
haven't even
time.
finished that yet. What the fuck, bro?
Well,
Damn,
it's just
you guys
like
are
I'm
really
just
far
like
behind.
I'm like, I'll
okay,
just
listen,
watch-
Diesel.
I'll
wait.
just-
I just.
I
finished
didn't know
part
JoJo
1.
is this long. I thought it was 90 episodes or some shit. Apparently it wasn't. How fucking long is it?
Dude,
like-
there's like 9 parts, but only 5 of them are.
Yeah.
animated.
So like, there's like 22 in parts 4 and 5 each, right? And then like, there's like 40 or so in part 3, and then like parts 1 and 2 have like a collective 24 episodes. I want to say something around those numbers. So yeah, around 90 episodes actually. Maybe.
I think
stands
stands
get
are
more creative
powerful.
as the series goes on. Like first
Don't spoil
off,
it.
like okay, I mean, if I talk about powers without context, that's fine because like
Yeah,
it won't
stands
make
are-
any
Yeah,
fucking
true,
sense
true.
anyway. You know, so there's like very creative stand powers as well, and you also have to find weaknesses for them. Like, for example, there is a character whose stand ability is to separate things with zippers. If it punches something, it'll make a zipper that it could On,
All right,
like,
I'm
this
not that
attach
far.
and put
Never
somewhere
mind.
else.
Yep, I'm not, yeah, no, that's part 4 or 5, I'm guessing.
Yes.
I was randomly watching
yeah.
an out of context
I was
scene
like, I
where
got
a dude
this.
and his stand are
Nope.
watching a kid in the shower. So which part was that from again?
Part 4.
Okay, yeah, that's what
That's
I thought.
part 4. Yeah.
I'm not there yet. There's another scene where a kid's taking a bath and a dude with the stand is trying to kill him. That's
I
different.
saw that.
Yeah, that was part 3. I'm like halfway through Battle of Egypt.
That's good. I mean, like, yeah. I mean, if I was gonna compare My Hero Academia quirks with like JoJo stands, I'd say stands are more powerful, but I think the quirks are like a little bit more interesting because like a lot of them are super basic, so they had to get super creative with what they do with the quirks. Like zero gravity, it's like that sounds really cool, but how are you supposed to use that in combat? You know, like you can turn things to zero gravity, you can turn yourself to zero gravity. Like it's not as like easy as like this guy's really fast.
I mean,
you know?
they the stands get like Diesel said, as you go further on like parts 4 and 5, they go a little fucking off the wall. Like,
I think
Really?
if I had a stand ability, I would like the stand that has the ability to erase parts of reality and see into the future with that part of reality to change reality.
if you
I
had
was
to
gonna
make
pick
your
a
own
stand
stand,
that wasn't overpowered,
if you had to
I'd
make your
pick
own
the-
stand while balancing it, what would you do, Diesel?
See, I've thought of this before, but I do not remember right now. Shit. I know I had like something in my head, but now I don't. Rain check. We'll come back to this.
I mean, I think I can do it right now. I mean, it kind of depends because like I like the idea of having like just strength and speed and precision a lot, but like I want something more than that. So like, I mean, there was one stand that could basically consume shit and put him into a dark void. That sounds fun, and he was very fast.
If you want,
strong.
if you were to make one, you could like base it kind of off of like like Superboy from DC, like the comics. It's
Yeah.
like, so his whole thing is like he's like artificially like clone of Superman, so like a lot of his powers come from telekinesis, so he has like telekinetic super strength where it's he can fly, he's got super speed, and he's got super strength, but all of that is because he's physically augmenting it with telekinesis. And so he needs to physically focus to be able to use it, which, so like if you can distract him or like mentally confuse him, you could like technically be able to fuck him up. So it has interesting application, but it also has its drawbacks. So that could be cool.
I mean, in theory, couldn't you give someone else super strength then?
I don't know the upper limits or like what the exact ways it does with or how it works with Superboy specifically, but yeah, I guess like if you wanted to write that into your stand, you could. Fanfiction time. We're literally doing OC self inserts right now.
I mean, yeah, but like,
It's anime.
who doesn't want to have a stand or have like a fucking superpower? Like,
Yeah, it's like who hasn't pretended to be a fucking like Marvel character at some point? Like who gives a shit? Fanfiction.
Who hasn't pretended to be Spider-Man in the shower, water's running down their arm? Come
Fanfiction
on.
is
Who
badass,
hasn't
bro.
done that? I mean, yeah, I think let's be real here. Everyone would want a fucking superpower or something to
easily,
make the
yeah.
world so much more interesting. If everyone just had like a fucking quirk, or,
Yeah,
like,
it'd
a
be really
stand.
great if we had all those superpowered maniacs running around.
But we'd all.
it'd
But
be
listen,
even.
we'd all be superpowered maniacs though. Diesel,
You know what Syndrome said? When everybody's super,
nobody's
nobody
super.
is.
Yeah, that's why it's cool. Because
I
everyone
feel like
on
the
the even
collateral
playing
damage
field.
would be too great.
No, I'm down.
I've okay, so I've been watching a show on Amazon called The Boys.
Yes, I love that show. I
Yeah.
fucking.
Oh,
it's,
is
it's
that
so
the,
good.
is
It's
that,
so
like,
good.
the
haven't-
anti-hero
Now,
type
first of all,
thing?
I haven't finished it. so
Yeah, I
that's
won't
cool.
say anything, but it's really good.
Wait, I saw ads for this. I think I was gonna watch it.
You should.
watch it. Yeah, it's
I'll
really
rewatch
good.
it at some point, but it's really fucking good.
It's really fucking good.
Oh yeah, I did see ads for this. I was gonna watch.
But
this.
basically, the concept is like superheroes, but you know, in a realistic fashion.
They're essentially all YouTubers incorporated.
Yeah, that's what I kept thinking as I was watching it. I'm like, Jesus Christ, these
They're-
are brands that are people. This
yeah,
sounds
they're
like
the
my
brands.
job.
Like they have people to do their influencer marketing with them and shit, or for them and shit. Like I don't know, but it's so weird. Like some of the shit. Like how many episodes are you in, Diesel?
I'm like 6 or 7 in, so I think I have like the last episode left.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
watching it with my girlfriend. I think we're like 6 episodes deep. Yeah.
Yeah, I won't say anything specific, but just like seeing some of the intricacies of what superheroes might be into is really fucking funny.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny, but it's also, like, fucked. Because, like, you know, if Superman was real, he wouldn't be altruistic. I just don't see that being a realistic outcome for
If
somebody
one
being a god.
motherfucker got superpowers, let's be real, unless they were the most kind-hearted person on the goddamn planet, they'd be destroying and stealing money.
I mean,
It'd be a
let's be
megalomaniac.
real.
I don't know. I mean, it's like it's someone like Superman or some shit. Like the reason he's good isn't because like it's because he was raised by good people.
Well,
it wasn't-
yeah, that's why he's good.
Like it's not because he's just innately like that. It's because he was like raised with those and instilled with those values, and he stuck by them because he was taught to truly believe them, and he does truly believe them.
I just think we should all have superpowers. I'm just saying, FBI, come on, give us a secret.
Counting on you, bro.
Like,
That's
I
why
know
we need
you,
to
I know
raid
you
Area
got something in
51.
Area 51, dude. Like,
Maybe if I eat
But,
this
like-
laundry pot, I will get superpowers.
it'd be so cool. It'd just be like imagine if like mythical creatures and like superpowers and all that shit just suddenly became fucking real.
To be f-
It'd be chaos for like 10
Okay,
years. but
Brandon
after
just
that,
wants to
it'd
be
settle down.
transported to an isekai. Like, that's it. He just wants to go to, like, Sword Art Online world or some shit.
To be honest, though, like if any of that shit happened, we would probably be left still as baseline humans, while everybody else just gets more powerful, and then we'd be like fucked because we're baseline humans.
Bitch, if I got a superpower, I'd train the shit out of it.
No, most people wouldn't get superpowers if they just started existing.
Yeah, no, they would. I'm confident. Please.
I
Well,
believe
the
this is
superpowers
what the
would be
kids
really
call.
lame.
I believe this is what the kids are calling this days denial. Just wanted you guys to know I whipped as I said denial.
Like in My Hero Academia, like, quirks are like bread, and they become more powerful.
Yeah,
with time.
they slowly were in back when they first came up, it was like 5 or 10% of the population, and then as it kept going along, more and more people were getting quirks.
Yeah, until
and then
basically
it-
no one now has it, or no one now
Until,
does
Bless you,
like-
it.
Diesel. Thank
it's
you,
like
Diesel.
90% or something. It's like 90%.
It's like 95% of people have a quirk at least.
Hey, I'm just saying we have DNA transplants, guys. If my
Listen.
kid gets a quirk, I could just steal his quirk. Like,
The rest, but like literally everybody else there is like a fucking squib from Harry Potter, where they're born to magical parents, but they don't get the magic. Like they're oppressed
that
minority.
would fucking suck.
Like genuinely, I was rewatching the fucking was it I think it was Order of the Phoenix with Fraser the other day, and like fucking Christ, dude, the poor squib just got shat on all the time. Like he was the guy with the cat who walked around the hallways in Hogwarts.
Is
Filch.
this Squid Kid?
Squib,
Squid?
with the B as in bat.
Oh, I'm an idiot.
No worries. Both of us.
Diesel,
All
you
of
have-
us.
Busy
family
sneezing my
time?
brains out. Fucking allergy season's fucking ripping me a new butthole.
Sneeze
Diesel,
while
you got
bird.
family time now.
Hold on, I need to blow my nose. Just one more for the viewers back home.
That's lovely.
ASMR nose blowing.
Yeah, so this is a short episode because we were gonna record yesterday and I got busy with stuff, and then Diesel has family time, so this is like all you're getting. Deal with it. Diesel outro.
We will have a normal episode next time. You can find all of our socials linked down below. Follow us on SoundCloud, Google Play, Spotify, iTunes, anywhere podcasts are found. Follow us on Twitter at loudmouse_. We are Loudmouse, and
We
I
are
am
very
dying.
loud.
And get out of here.